Hey guys, welcome back to Random Oddity. This is episode 2, going strong. You know, it's me, JoJo. We got AJ.
Yep, I'm here too.
And today we are going to be talking about some, random superpowers and side effects.
Yep. So, basically, let me go into slideshow mode. So, debatable superpowers. Basically, here's how it works. So, 2 random superpowers will pop up. We have to objectively choose which one we'd rather have, just objectively. We do one discussion about how we would use it in everyday life, just like how we live right now. And then we do another one about if we're going to use it for good or evil, like if we're super, like if we're like, you know, good, evil, whatever. And then after that, we add a side effect to each power, and we discuss if we would still take it or not take it. So it's kind of confusing, but after the first one, it should be easy to yeah.
Yeah, you guys will follow along. You'll understand.
So a first one, super strength versus super speed. So this is just objective at its peak, what you think, just the best version of each. Which would you rather have? So the first discussion, if we're talking about everyday life, I think I'd rather take super speed because it's just, I'm not using very much strength for everyday life. When are you really using strength? Really, speed is just the better option for everyday life.
I mean, I guess, but if you had super strength, say you have I don't know, a construction job or something, you could literally just you don't need machinery.
Yeah, just
think about that.
Easily just pick it up.
Yeah, super strength would be, I guess, basically what this is. It boils down to super strength is just situational, and super speed's kind of just you can use that for everything.
Yeah, no more cars. You could just run over to work or something. It's easy.
I mean, yeah.
And then, what would be better if for a superhero, supervillain situation? If we were actually fighting off evil, or
if we were fighting off,
or if we were using it for evil. I don't know, whichever one.
So if we're a superhero and fighting, I would say super speed, because with super strength, it's yeah, cool. I'm strong, but with super speed, I can dodge things, and with super speed, if you ever seen the Elementals or whatever it was called, the one girl who's really fast, she wasn't strong at all, but since she's fast, she could literally just run, and her punches multiplied because of the speed, fucking physics and shit.
Are you talking about the new Marvel one, the new Marvel team? Or
no, I'm talking about Elementals, the movie that came out 4 or 5 years ago.
Someone had super speed in that movie?
Yes, she wore red.
Elementals, isn't that the animated Disney movie?
No, that's Elemental. I'm talking about.
I don't know. But yeah, I'd say in a superhero situation, it really boils down to who I'm fighting. I think I'd say if I'm using it against villains, I'd go for super speed. But hypothetically, if I was a villain Robin Banks or some shit, I'd take super strength. I'd just pile through the wall and just take the money, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but.
All right, are we ready for this?
Eternals. That's the name of it, by the way.
I still don't know what that is. I don't think I've watched that.
You are sleeping on this, bro. You haven't even seen SpongeBob, okay? Why did I think you knew what this was?
Blah, 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 blah. I'm always about
Blah,
SpongeBob.
blah, blah, blah.
I'm sorry my mom was being safe and didn't show me the crude humor that was SpongeBob, okay? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, the crude humor
I grew
of
up on Teen
SpongeBob.
Titans Go, debatably worse than SpongeBob.
I grew up on fart jokes and diarrhea humor rather than pure uncanny
uncanny. I don't think that's the word. Okay, let's go to the side effects. All right.
Squidward's super slide.
But for super strength, only one of your 4 limbs has the super strength, and it changes every 5 minutes. Okay, that's insane. So just your right arm has super strength for 5 minutes, and then it changes. Kind of crazy. And then for super speed, you're just really weak while using it. No matter how much you work out or do anything, you're just always
What does
super
that mean?
weak.
You're weak while using it?
You can't, if you throw a punch, it's gonna be the weakest thing that you ever...
Okay, so basically it just nerfed everything that I just said about super speed.
Yeah, it's the only use is the actual speed and not the velocity of a punch.
Okay, so just a normal guy...
No, he's fast.
Can run fast. Okay, so I'm Usain Bolt, is what you're telling me. I'm weak, but I'm Usain Bolt.
Yeah, but you're quicker than Usain Bolt, and you're like light speed.
Okay, but I'm just fast. That's it.
Yeah.
What is that gonna help me with?
I mean, for everyday life, you're not gonna be using it to fight. You're not gonna be using it for the strength. You're just.
You
speeding.
don't know that. I could fix the world.
I said everyday life. If we're talking about just what we're doing right now, how it would help us, then it's just the speed part.
I'm a drummer, so you know.
It's still you can
speed,
still play. It doesn't have to be strong, incredibly strong hits. You can still play.
Bro's never heard death metal.
I'm sorry, but okay. So if I took. So
I'm gonna take super strength then.
Yeah, I mean, if I chose, I think for everyday life, I'm still gonna use super speed, but definitely super strength for like the actual superhero part. It's just kind of cool. Like your left leg just gets the power of like the sun. You just kick.
You basically just inject steroids into one of your limbs.
Every 5 minutes it changes. Kind of crazy. Alright, we ready for the next set?
I'm ready. I feel like that's enough discussion.
Flight versus teleportation. Very, very fought against, which one's better, which one. I'm always on the team of teleportation. I always love teleportation. It's cool as hell. Flight is just like, it's cool, but it just is like an inconvenience sometimes,
I would like flight. I get that teleportation is like, it's the easier solution, but like, that's kind of boring. It'd probably get nauseous after teleporting. Flight, I can fly, bro. Like, come on. It's flying.
Yeah. But just teleporting it's just like so much easier. You don't have to go through the sky
for I guess practical use teleportation, but like if we're talking about the superhero sense, flight, bro. If I can just teleport, like, come on. I can't teleport and hover in the sky. Like, I can't just teleport and stay in one location above the sky. With flight, I can stay in the sky.
Yeah, but in, like, a fight, you could teleport and, like, just teleport really quick on top of somebody and just, like, fucking slam them to the ground and then teleport somewhere else. Like, disorient them, basically. You're just, like... I don't know. I think for both... like everyday life and hero stuff, it would be teleporting would probably be better for villains and like stealing shit, like way easier, but yeah. So you're choosing flight?
I choose flight over teleportation any day.
Yeah.
And I know that this butt is going to be... okay.
But
a deflated balloon!
Yeah, we talked about this before, so it's like...
Deflated balloon.
I think what it implies is that basically you don't really fly. You kind of just float downward at a slow pace. So like you gotta get
I'm a
up high.
paraglider. I'm literally a paraglider.
Yeah, basically. So you gotta get somewhere high first, and then you can just. Well, I.
Oh, so okay, so we can't even just like I can't just jump off the like I can't just go up and then descend. It's like I have to like jump off a building.
I mean, if you jump, you can be floating for a while, but or not a while.
Well,
Probably like
I'm
10
saying,
seconds
like,
max.
Well, I'm saying like with with flight, they just jump into the air then they fly upwards. But with this, are we saying that like I'm jumping, but I can't like go up into the air? It's just like.
I mean, it could be a little bit better than the average jump. Maybe like it could be like a.
I can go pretty high.
Maybe like a
with the jump.
15-foot jump or something. Like, it'll be like that's a lot better than an average jump, but still, yeah, you could probably jump 15, but it would be better if you just like jumped off a building and then. But yeah, that's the side effect for flight and teleporting. It's a little confusing, but wherever you think of teleporting has a 10-mile radius, which teleports you to a random spot in that area. So basically, think of
10-mile radius is huge.
Yeah,
that's massive.
So if you think of the dot of where you're teleporting, there's a massive circle of a 10-mile like radius.
And I just get spawned in
somewhere in that circle. That's where you're teleporting.
10 miles, dude. That's okay. Well, okay. Is there a cooldown to this? Because technically, if I do it enough times, I'm gonna get close enough to the area. Because if there's no cooldown with this, I could just be like, all right, well that was wrong. Teleport, teleport, teleport.
No, I don't think there's really a cooldown, but you probably will get super sick unless you've done it so much that you've you're immune to it. But yeah, I don't think there's really a cooldown on it. But still, 10 miles is so much that even if you just keep doing it over and over, it's like a 2% chance that you're actually gonna be in like the vicinity.
Okay, with the butt, I'd pick teleport here.
Yeah, because flight kind of just gets ruined. I mean,
like
both of them do. Both of them are pretty bad, but it's just like teleporting's a little better. So you basically either become a paraglider or you're never getting to your exact location. I don't know.
Deflated balloon, bro.
Hey, it would be cool, like, just everyday life, like, teleporting, like, let's see where this takes me, and you just teleport to a random spot.
I just, like, spawn in someone's house. Someone's, like, taking a shit in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm just like, hey.
Oh, wait. Oh, shit, that begs the question. What if you, like, teleport inside of a wall? Are you... Like
I teleport in the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like it's an open area.
Yeah, not in the ground. I'm not.
I'm not just gonna phase into an object. Like I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I mean,
won't say that.
I guess it's feasible, but I feel like the question's not like the question's not that. Like that's not gonna happen.
It's like in an area you can actually fit. Like.
Yeah.
You're able to stand.
Like it's actually a location.
Yeah, but you can like teleport higher up, like maybe on top of a house or like a building or something. But yeah. So, I'm
taking teleport.
Yeah, I'm choosing teleport too. I think that's the better option.
I feel like the deflated balloon part just kind of like ruined that.
Flight, you can't go upwards at all, so what is the point?
I know, it's like, okay, I jump high now and I have low gravity.
Whoa.
Like, whoa!
Whoa, we're on the moon.
I was literally gonna say, I'm on the moon. Woo!
Yeah, teleporting's a better option. Let's go to the next one. Time stop versus invisibility. The freaky question.
I know what kind of man you are.
The freaky question.
I'm okay. All right. I know I'm gonna get harped for this one, but a time stop. I mean, come on. I could live eons and not age a day, do everything that I want to do, and then just resume it like nothing happened.
Yeah, it's a cool argument. I like time stop, but
With with invisibility, is it is it the invisibility where we have to be naked or like
oh no, you just. I mean, with these questions, it's the base questions. It's whatever your like best like the maximum capacity that it could go to, like
okay.
the best version of this power you're picking. So
Okay, so
just invisibility, you're just you can just choose to go invisible with your clothes on. Just like your clothes are invisible. Yeah.
I mean if I'm invisible.
Don't say it.
I mean I picked time stop, so I mean
I think
you know. Yeah,
mm,
you know.
I am gonna pick
My freaky ass way.
invisibility. I don't really have a specific like reason. I think I just rather would take invisibility. I think I don't want time stop because I think I'll be disoriented too much and I might use it too much that I like just forget what like what I'm doing. Like I don't know. I feel like just messing with time is weird.
I mean, I feel like that's. I mean, I feel like that's stretching it because, like, you were just saying that it's like the best possible version. So I feel like the time stop, you don't get affected at all. You can literally just stop time. It doesn't affect anything.
No, I know. It's just it will eventually affect my mental like like just if I use it so much like just seeing everybody completely frozen might mess with me. And I
I
don't know.
mean, I,
I
I, I do not see where you're coming from on this one. I am not. I don't understand what you're trying to
okay,
get
well,
at.
both of these are also pretty good for like superhero situations. Definitely time stop. I feel like super broken. Uh,
Oh yeah, I mean, you could literally stop time, go behind the bad guy, and just let the bullets fly, and then just be like, yeah, yeah. You can like give a fucking stupid ass catchphrase.
yeah.
I'm gonna beat you. There's nothing that you can do about it. 2 steps ahead.
Okay.
That's what I'm like thinking for that.
I like the
Two
idea.
steps ahead.
I like the idea of invisibility more in a fight too. I just like would rather confuse the enemy so much. Like
I mean,
as
but
long as
with
I'm quiet
invisibility,
enough, like
with invisibility, you could like debuff that so easily with with like heat goggles. Like I could just see your heat signature.
well, they wouldn't know where. Well, are they just gonna have a heat goggles in their back pocket? Like, oh, this superhero is invisible. Let me just pull this out of my pocket.
I mean, yeah, like I feel like it would get to the point where it's like, ah, my arch nemesis it goes invisible. Let me invent something to where I can always see him in the heat of battle.
I'll just come up behind him and then snatch his glasses and break it. Like,
Okay.
come on now.
Before he can even like put them on.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we should get to the side effects. But
Irregardless.
when you unfreeze time, your time is frozen while everyone else is normal. That just sounds like hell. That's just hell. Like you will never be able to see anybody move again.
Okay, hold on. That's okay. That's kind of count. Okay, if my time is frozen, how am I gonna stop time
So it's like
again? I one time use time freeze and then just never again.
no,
I'm
I
just
think it's
frozen
like
for all of eternity.
you're able to see and think, but well, no, probably not. So your time is
It's
probably just like maybe it's more of like you're just frozen in time, but you're still like able to like see things around you maybe, and then you're able to unfreeze time, but everyone else is still frozen. That's like that you're like what's that called? Fucking weeping
what?
angel. You're a weeping angel now. Like, that's actually just hell.
I mean, I don't know. That, okay. I don't like how that question's gotten the rebuttal to it. That's kind of weird.
Alright, and then with the invisibility, only by having your eyes closed for more than 1 second, but when you open them again, you're no longer visible. So you have to be blind to be invisible.
Bro. I can't see you, you can't see me.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
I feel like at that point, you're just not even invisible. You're just like some lunatic who's just like, heh, can't see you. That means you can't see me. And you're just like standing in the middle of...
It's literally just a Scooby-Doo episode.
It's just like standing in the middle of the road. This guy thinks he can see me. Sir, can you stop looking at me?
Sir, please. How do you... Wait, how can you see me? I'm invisible.
How could you possibly see me right now?
So both of these are just so debuffed that it's hard to even pick one. It's
Sir, this is a White Castle. Can you please order?
Can you please order, bro?
I can't.
I'm invisible, but can I have one large fry?
He just start going behind the counter. He's like, "Sir, can you please not come back here?" I don't know who he's talking to.
Must have been the wind.
Must have been the wind. Oh, okay. All right, hold on. Pause this for a second. I just got a notification from GameStop. They're selling a pre-owned copy of the Super Mario 3D All-Stars. It has Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Galaxy for the Switch. That was released like maybe 2 years ago. They're selling it pre-owned for $120.
That's Nintendo for you.
Bro, the game was $30. I own it.
That's Nintendo for you.
Maybe if we upcharge every game, they'll buy it again.
No, that's not even Nintendo. That's just GameStop being greedy.
It's called PlayStation re-releasing The Last of Us Remastered 24 edition.
Wait, you know what? I bet a worker at GameStop was like, "Oh, these must be the new games for the Switch too. I have to upcharge them." So he just upcharged them to $120, thinking it was for the Switch too. That's insane.
Indeed.
But if you walked in with your eyes closed to the GameStop and just steal the games, and then the store clerk would be like, "Sir, what are you doing?"
This game is hovering off the shelf. Woo.
Sir, you're stealing. You're stealing.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna have to call the cops. Can you please put the...
What? Who's this guy talking to? What?
You're crazy. You're fucking crazy.
You're insane, dude. No one's here. Okay, no, but that time stop debuff it's so bad. I just have to pick the invisibility.
Okay, I'm picking time stop. Hello?
For everyday, alright, so first, like, everyday life. Invisibility, if you just don't want to be, like, if you're just sitting down or something, you can just close your eyes, boom, you're gone. And then, like, if whoever you're wanting to stay away from is gone, you just open them again and you're visible. It's pretty useful.
Okay, with the time stop debuff, I could just do everything. Like, say I'm in school, like college, and I have like assignments to do. I could time stop, take as long as I need on them, hit submit, but obviously it's not gonna submit until like I unfreeze time. So I hit submit, and then I unfreeze time, and it just gets submit. So everything's gonna be on time, in pristine condition as it should be. Like, hey. I see that as a win. Like, I can get everything done while unfreezing time, then I can just like lay in my bed and keep my time frozen until morning hits, and then I just do my day frozen. And do what I have to do.
So quick question. How are you going to go to school when you're a weeping angel and your professor is going to see you completely frozen in your seat? No, he's going to see you appear in your seat out of nowhere and then just be like, "What the fuck?"
Not my problem. Not my problem. If he has a problem with it, who cares? I don't care, bro.
How are you gonna...
If I just spawn... I don't care, bro. He's just gonna not. He's gonna be like, oh yeah, Chris. Yeah, he does that. He just spawns in sometimes.
How are you gonna listen to the lecture when your time is frozen all the time?
I don't need to listen to the lecture. I can just like review the assignment because most professors like upload literally what they talked about, and you just be like, oh, I see. Or literally, you could just like I said, look at the assignment, look up everything you need for the assignment because your time is frozen. You can just be like, this book. Yes, okay, let me go read it. Okay, the economic fucking shit Google. Well, read what you need. You could while you're frozen, while you're like when you time stop, you could literally read every book in the conceivable universe, and you're literally the smartest being on Earth. So any question that's thrown my way now, I can answer instantly.
Oh yeah, answered by fucking being frozen. I guess you can like
no,
type
I'm
it out.
saying,
Really?
I'm saying, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if I get like an assignment, I'll freeze time. I look at the assignment. I'm like, oh, okay, I know the answer to this because I'm literally the smartest person in the universe. I type it, and then well, okay. If I type it, I'd have to wait for the time, so I could just type it, or it's hard to explain this. As soon as I type it, I have to freeze time and let the typing actually register, and then I freeze, hit submit. You get the gist.
Yeah. It just sounds like you're turning into like an SCP or some shit. Like that's terrifying. But like when you need time to go, you just have to stay frozen for the whole time. Like
yeah, I'll sit in my bed.
I guess that's the equivalent. Like I'll just go to bed. I'll just sleep a little bit.
Like I'll literally just sit in my bed, because I would assume since time is frozen, I'm probably not gonna get fatigued or tired. I'm literally just gonna be like myself. And when time's frozen, I could sleep.
Yeah, probably.
That debuff is like pointless.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you want to have like a social life.
Yeah, you're never gonna interact with anybody ever again. You're just alone on the earth.
You know what? What's wrong with being a
basically.
hermit? What's wrong? Well, actually, I could interact with people over text. I could write them a note, lay it on their desk, be like, "Hey, I'm pretty much a weeping angel.
Hey, it's me, the weeping angel. If you need help on an assignment, I spent 2 years learning this.
Because I could literally... Okay, think about it. Here's how to pick up a girl with this debuff. You're sitting in class, you notice her, because I assume, like we said, I'm conscious, I guess. Like, I can see what's going on around me. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, if I'm conscious, then I can see my lectures. If I'm conscious, I just can't move.
Actually, I think, that kind of ruins it. So, maybe when your time is frozen, you can, there's just a comically, like, you're only looking at a clock. Like, or something. Or like a universal, like, the day, the month, the year, the time.
Okay. Well, but people can see me, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wherever
Okay.
you like choose to freeze your time, that's where you're frozen for the entire time until you unfreeze again.
So here's what I do. Let's say my class starts at such and such time. I freeze time. I get there. I unfreeze time. I would get there before anyone else is in the room, so that people don't even know that I'm just like teleporting in there. I'm just already in there.
Yeah.
So I'd be in there. I would unfreeze time, let it go by for maybe 10-15 minutes to when the class would start. I would freeze time mid-lecture, I guess. And I would look around. I see the girl of my dreams. I write her a note in my frozen state. I put it on her desk, pointing directly where I am, explaining everything, and she'll probably be like, "Oh yeah, haha, funny," but then I'll prove it to her. I'll like freeze time, tell her, be like, "Watch me." I freeze it, walk over to her, and then I'm gone. And she'd be like, "Oh shit," and then I'm like right behind her. So then she'd believe me.
She would run
So
away
now-
instantly. She would run
So
and
now-
scream in fear. She's
So
gonna...
now, So now that I put my time stop Riz on her,
Bro, this isn't Disney. She's gonna run away.
bro, you don't know the women like I do.
Bro, what?
You don't understand.
I just had the funniest thought. So you're in class, someone's sitting to your left, and they nudge you. You're like, "Hey, do you have a pencil?" He looks at you, and you're just
no
frozen.
response.
You're literally
No
staring
response.
at.
I'm not even breathing. I'm not even breathing.
You're not breathing.
I'm not blinking. Not breathing. I'm just.
The guy's just like, "Okay, cool."
He's like, okay.
Awesome.
I freeze time and no. What I could do, if I hear him, I guess if I knew he asked me something. Okay, I feel like I can't see stuff around me, but I could like hear stuff. Let's say that we can hear stuff.
Maybe like you're in an ethereal, like your soul is like above you or something, and you can like.
Okay, yeah. I like that. Soul's above me. Clock. I can't interact with my body, but I can see it frozen, see everything around me. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. The guy asked me for a pencil. He's like, okay then. I freeze time. I grab a pencil. I hold it in front of his face, unfreeze time, and have him shit his pants when I'm looking at him with a Tommy Taffy ass smile, holding a pencil in front of him.
Wrong podcast, but yeah.
Wrong podcast. My bad.
That whole just idea is insane. That is scary. If I'm in class, I can just sleep in class at like the top of the or like at the back of class.
Just like sleep on the teacher's desk.
Yeah, and just with my eyes closed, I'll be invisible, and fucking. And then
they're gonna take it. They're gonna take attendance, and they're gonna be like, Aiden, here. Everyone's
like,
looking around the room.
Did that come from?
Hello.
The teacher's like, "Oh, I wonder where Aiden was today," and I open my eyes like, "I'm right here, bro." Oh shit!
you're just like an. No, when you say that, I imagine the fucking. There's this one Family Guy episode where they're outside in the snow and they're like, "Oh, let's talk to the albino neighbor," and he just opens his. Bro, hold on, please look it up. Please go to Google right now.
Yeah, just hope that weird albino up the street doesn't show up. That guy creeps me out.
Hello, Peter.
Yeah.
Oh god,
That's what I imagine. Like, Aiden,
my body's. Wait,
I'm here.
I'm
right here.
I'm just here, and then I open my eyes, and my whole body's right there. Alright, I'm still taking invisibility. You're insane.
I'm taking a time stop, bro. I'm gonna be a. Nope. Not saying that on the air, not leaving that digital footprint.
Yeah, no, don't do that. Alright. I guess we milked this one. Let's go to the next one. We got a classic. Telekinesis versus telepathy. Read minds or move objects with your mind?
Read minds or okay, so
telekinesis is the moving of objects with your mind, or just moving.
Or telepathy.
Telepathy.
So telekinesis or telepathy. Okay,
minds.
telekinesis, bro. That's such an easy.
Okay, well, if we're talking about everyday life, I think I'd rather read minds. I feel like that would be cool. Just know what everyone's thinking all the time. Well, okay, people's minds are a little bit freaky, a little bit evil. I don't know if I want to read them all the time. Let's say for like the best version, I get to choose like when to, I'm not just hearing everyone's thoughts all the time. I get to like choose who I want to hear at what time, But still, that's kind of weird. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I think telekinesis is just better.
I was gonna say like
just like a party trick, like, what's behind your ear, and then just like fucking moves a penny with your mind.
Moves a pen. Okay.
I don't know. I mean, what would you use that for in everyday life? It would just help with a lot of things.
Telekinesis, dude. I could be sitting down, flip the light switch, bring a cold one from the fridge two stories below me, carry it all the way upstairs, all while sitting down. I could be the biggest couch potato, bro.
What's the range? Like, we don't want it so. overpowered. How much range do we have with this telekinesis?
I would say like
I mean, I guess
like-
it would scale with how smart you are or how much intelligence. Like, I'm guessing it scales with how much your brain capacity. Like, because it's all about the brain.
yeah, I guess.
Like, if you're weak-minded, it would like be less powerful. Maybe you can only pick up smaller objects, stuff like that. Same with telepathy, maybe. Well, I don't know how that would work. But yeah, I think just telekinesis is better overall.
Yeah, it's always better.
Move on to the side effects. Telekinesis, but you have 5 seconds of use per use, and it will explode if it exceeds 5 seconds. So that's a little. All right, so if you're holding an object, like if you use telekinesis on an object, once it starts, you have 5 seconds, and if you hold it for longer than 5 seconds, it explodes. That is a positive and a negative, like in so many ways.
So let me just completely debuff that instantly. So I have 5 seconds, right? And it starts every time I like pick something up.
Yeah.
I hold it for 4 seconds, let it go for a fraction of a second, and pick it back up. Now my 5 seconds has restarted.
Yeah. I'd say that's fine. Yeah.
But
the reason I'm saying positive is for the superhero aspect. You can just pick up a pebble or a rock from the ground, and just hold it up to him, and after 5 seconds it explodes and just. And
oh yeah, I mean yeah, superhero aspect.
And I'm guessing I'm gonna say depending on how big the object is, the bigger the explosion. Like if it's a bigger object, it explodes.
Yeah, I feel like that's valid.
Maybe for like a penny. Let's say for a penny, the explosion's gonna be like a firecracker. Like it's a small explosion, but it might still do some damage.
Okay, hold on a second. I just looked at the telepathy one.
Oh yeah, we didn't even telepathy.
Okay.
The person's mind you're reading is vaguely aware of you reading their mind.
So that's how telepathy works.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, if we're talking about maximum, like the best version of telepathy.
If you're talking about telepathy and just the fact of like only you can see the minds, I guess. But normal telepathy, it's like, hey, I'm reading your mind right now. Get out of my brain!
Oh,
like
yeah.
Professor X, like he just infiltrates your mind, but you know he's in your mind.
So what I'm thinking, the peak telepathy without the debuff is that you just read the mind of someone. They have no clue you're reading their mind. They're clueless. With this debuff, when you start reading their mind, they instantly get thoughts like someone's reading their mind. Someone's like watching you or some shit. Like, is somebody around me doing this or some shit? Like, they don't get a direct thing that says, hey, I'm reading your mind right now, but they get the vague awareness that someone is.
Okay, but they don't. Okay, they're just never gonna figure out who it is then.
They could. Well, the reason why this debuff is so bad, in my opinion, is all of their thoughts go to that. So right when you read their mind, you get like 5 seconds until they're like, wait, is someone reading my mind right now? And then it's just useless. Unless you're like ADHD and you have 6 thoughts going on at once.
I mean, in today's society,
yeah.
Let's be honest.
Everyday life, I think I'm gonna pick telekinesis still, because it's just
telekinesis simple. is the right answer.
Yeah, honestly, it's just better. Telepathy is a cool idea. It's just kind of weird reading people's minds. It's
telepathy is only useful for like gimmicks.
Yeah, and maybe if you're a superhero, you can maybe like stop. You could stop a plan like a maybe like a bank robbery before it happens. It depends on the range, obviously. Maybe you have to be seeing them to read their mind, but I don't know.
I guess.
Telekinesis is the better play.
Like this one. This one was so easy.
Yeah, let's go to the next one. Invincibility versus quick heal or regeneration, whatever you want to call it. This one's, I mean, invincibility is just, it's invincibility.
Okay. Off the basis, I'm picking invincibility.
Yeah.
However, I feel like the debuff for it is going to be so incredibly bad that I'm probably going to end up picking quick heal.
Yeah, that's probably the reason these two are together.
So we'll see where this goes. I'm picking invincibility.
Just off of base, invincibility is obviously better because you can't get hurt in the first place to even heal.
I mean, yeah, like it's literally like it's nitrogen bomb versus sleeping baby. Like
yeah, it's just easy.
Like would you rather heal very quickly after getting shot or have the bullet completely just
disintegrate when it touches you?
When it touches your skin.
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious, but the debuffs are definitely gonna be a problem. So invincibility, but only for a random 5 minutes for each hour of the day.
What?
So let's say 1 hour.
A random 5 minutes.
So 1 hour, say at 1 p.m., it's from 1:11 to 1:16, and then the next hour it's like 2:26 to 2:31. That's how that works. And then for quick heal, but the process takes longer each use, so you kind of want to keep the usage down. Like maybe you can instantly heal the first time you use it, and then after like the fourth use it kind of starts taking like a minute, you know. That's how those work. But yeah, invincibility's an interesting one.
Yeah, that's definitely a word.
I'd still. Oh, actually, this one's a little harder to choose with the debuffs, because invincibility. We're assuming that once it starts, you like are given the go ahead. You're like, okay, you now have invincibility for 5 minutes. Like it'll tell you, like your body will tell you or whatever. Everyday use, I'm picking quick heal. I mean, that's so good for accidents.
Okay, weirdly, yeah, I guess quick heal. I was gonna try and justify invincibility, but like, it's random 5 minutes.
The interesting.
That's just.
What I'm thinking is, so for the superhero aspect, I'm thinking. I'm a sidekick, and then someone else is like stalling for time against a villain, and then when I'm like, okay, invincibility, go, I just start charging at him with invincibility, and then I get 5 minutes, and then I have to go hide again or something.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty cool. Or if I'm a super villain, I could just hide out in my car outside a bank or like outside the. I keep saying bank.
You have 5 minutes. Go.
I keep saying bank, but I don't want to say like the White House or some shit. That'll put me on a list.
I'm gonna assassinate Donald J.
Yeah, don't put us on our list. I don't want
like.
Well, so I'll just keep saying bank, but yeah, quick heal is. It's okay for the superhero part. I mean, if you really get super injured, you just quickly heal up. But again, the process takes longer each time, so it's tougher.
I mean, do we know like how much of a difference the time is, or is it like it just goes up by like 1 second every time?
I'm guessing it's gonna be doubled. The time's doubled each time. So. I'm thinking if I get like a broken foot and I've already used it twice, I'm like, okay, maybe I'll just
broken
get a
foot, keeping it real.
Shut up. Maybe I'll just get a cast on it and then wait for it to heal, like for the 2 weeks or however long it heals. But it
Okay. Okay. I think what you're saying. So with the quick heal, I think what you're trying to say is, are we like allowed to choose when it works?
Yeah, you get to just be like, okay, quick heal now. So I'll be like, I'll wait until I'm so injured that I'm about to die, and then I'm like, okay, quick heal. Oh no, I'm alive.
Yeah, I'm picking that one.
You're picking quick heal?
Yeah.
I think this one's tough. It's a split. I think I want the quick heal for everyday use, and then invincibility for like superpowers, like actually being a superhero. That's just a cool thing. All right. Next one. I think this is where it gets kind of abstract. Okay. Meal generation. So that's like you generate a meal or food or like anything. Any food you want. Versus structure generation, which you can just generate like any matter in a confined radius, like probably just like the max size, maybe. Let's say, what do we want to say, like for the max size? Hello?
I
Oh.
I'm thinking.
Oh.
God, let a man think.
Sorry, I
Jesus.
thought your internet went out or some shit.
No, you were like, what should the size be?
Hello?
Hello.
I don't know, you took like 10 seconds, bro.
My bad. I was trying to justify something growing. Like, I'm sorry.
Something growing.
Well, not growing, but like, you know what I mean.
You just generate it. It just appears.
Yeah, I'm sorry I said growing, my bad. But you know what I meant.
I think, let's say the radius of the structure generation would be like the size of a... Let's say like a desk of some sort. Like I don't know, like a box. It's in like a 16... No. A 10 foot by 10 foot box. Like that's where you can generate. In somewhat, yeah. And then the meal generation, there's obviously a limit to it. You can't just generate food over and over, but still a good power for maybe the hunger fucking homeless people. I don't know.
I'm probably gonna pick structure generation.
Yeah, I mean, for every day, I'm picking meal. Like, I don't have to buy food at all. It just appears right in front of me.
So I could just generate a grocery store.
I just said the confined space of. Are you saying that like you're gonna build the walls and then build like?
Well, no, I'm saying like structure generation. I could like spawn in like a shelf of chips.
Okay, I don't know. No, that's not what that means. Structure means like you can build out of matter, like wood or stone or iron. No, let's not say iron. That's broken as hell. Like you just spawn gold in or like diamonds. No. I'm thinking it's either wood, stone, brick, or like stuff like that. Like structures. So it's just like
I guess
stairs, walls, floors. You can like generate that, or like maybe you can summon weapons if you like think if you I don't know.
This one's stupid. I don't like this one.
Whatever. You're just mad because you're bad. Let's go to the debuffs. All right. Oh, they're really abstract. Okay, so for the meal generation, but you only get 3 uses per day, so it's like every meal, and it randomly generates a 1 to 5 star meal, and this is your only source of food. So every time for breakfast, it randomly spins. The wheel spins, and it's like 1 to 5 stars. So you could either land on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if it's a 5-star meal, then it's obviously gonna be massive, like 3 or 4 courses, you know. And then 1 star is probably like a McDonald's fry. Like I don't know, or like maybe not McDonald's. That's not low enough. But yeah, there's that. Structure generation, but once it's touched by an outside source other than what it was generated on, like if it was a floor or something, it instantly disappears. So, there's that.
I don't want either one, actually.
You have to pick one. I'm a gambling man, you see. I'm picking the meal generation. I dabble in the. That's a 20% chance for a 5-star meal every couple hours. I mean, come on now.
I guess I'll go with that one. But what does a 1-star meal even mean? Like, shit. Like,
I don't know if it's that. If it would go that low. It obviously has to be edible, not shit, but edible.
I mean, it's edible. Most organic things are edible.
Let's say 1-star meal. It's just one course, and it's like, hold on. I guess you could skip out on a meal and you'd be fine. So let's say it's like pretty bad. It's like 1-star meal is raw meat or something, and you can't cook it either. You just like. It's just
okay.
Raw meat. I don't know. It's something like that. Something where it's like edible, but you don't want to eat it ever. Like. And then for the structure generation, if someone else touches it, or if it like falls over, maybe. Oh well, if it won't fall over if it's like generated onto the already floor. But it would be cool for like fights if you can like make a staircase up to something, or like pillars.
I guess I don't like either of these. These are
Okay.
so terrible.
Well, I'm sorry. This one is just bad. I think the rest of them are okay. This one I made these.
Not hating on you. Damn.
Well,
I'm just saying.
I made them, so you kind of are.
Okay, I'm just saying. I'm commenting. You don't have to get all aggressive.
I'm not aggressive. Okay, let's go to the next one.
You calm down. You calm the fuck down.
All right. I ran out of. I couldn't like parallel. So these are kind of random powers.
It might be a little odd.
It might be pretty random. So there's a super jump versus ignore walls. So
what? Ignore walls?
So that assumes you can just walk through walls, is what that's saying. And
okay.
And the super jump is like, I'm thinking the super jump is like what's his name in Invincible? The knockoff like Superman, or like the where's Omni-Man? Where is he? Who's that guy? I forget his name.
I haven't watched season 3.
No, that's in season 1.
I don't know.
His head gets
immortal?
Yes, immortal. You know how he can fly, but he usually just like jumps really high. And then that's basically what I'm going for the super jump.
That's pretty much how flying works. You have to jump up to get in the air.
But he doesn't. He like goes in a linear path, or like a curve. You know, that's what I'm thinking. And then ignore walls. You just walk through them. So, I mean, I'm not gonna use super jump in everyday life. Where am I jumping to? I guess I could jump up to buildings for fun. Like, what would that be for?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, you could be a basketball player, I guess, with super jump, and just like.
Bro, you jump through the ceiling.
Hey, bro, highest vert in history, bro.
Highest vert.
You can play football and just tell the quarterback to huck it in the air.
Exactly. Just huck it straight up, and I'll
just
grab
be like, where do you want it? In the sky.
Just anywhere up there. I definitely.
You see that plane? You see that plane? Yeah, right there.
Right there. So I would walk through walls more, in my everyday life. Just like,
What if you walk through the wrong wall?
and then you just, well, what I'm thinking is you could like peek. You could peek your head through and just be like, okay, this is where I am.
Okay.
And then you walk through, like, make sure it's safe first.
I guess.
Yeah, I'm picking ignore walls. Maybe in a superhero situation, super jump would be cool. You like hit him into the air and then just fucking like jump up. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's go to the debuffs. So super jump, but there's a random chance of jumping 1 millimeter to 100 feet, and you don't take fall damage if you land on your feet, which was kind of already like we kind of assumed that with the base one. So another gambling.
Okay,
one.
what's super jump? So it's saying I don't take fall damage. Is that only when I jump, or
It's only when you do the jump and then you land on your feet, you're fine. But if you purposely like fall off of something, you still take
I
fall
can just
damage.
jump off of stuff. So
Yeah, I guess. And then ignore walls, but you have to run through at a moderate pace, and there's a 10% chance that it doesn't even work.
okay. Yeah. I'm taking super jump.
The super jump is just an insane, like, you're just like, okay, I'm gonna jump up to this 5-story building. I really hope that it's at least 50 feet, and it's just, like, you have to gamble where, like, how high you're jumping.
Okay.
And I'm guessing you still make an impact, like, if you're jumping up 100 feet and then falling onto a building, you're gonna fall through it. If it's like a high enough jump.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, ignore walls, but you have to run through. That's just the 10% chance you're just gonna get a concussion. Like,
Yeah, 10% chance you just break your nose on a brick wall.
yeah.
Trying to Harry Potter your way through it.
Hey, I mean, maybe if no, I was about to say like maybe you could run through it with a pillow, but I don't think wall items can't go through the walls, only you can. So no.
Well, but if you run at the wall with the pillow, if it doesn't work, you cushion it. But if it does work, the pillow just stays back.
You can't walk through the pillow though. The pillow's not a wall. So it's maybe like you can feel your arm going through, and then you just drop the.
That's what I'm saying. Like you could run at it with like, you could have your hand on the other side of it, run at it, and then if your hand goes through, then just drop the pillow and go through.
Yeah. These get so random and odd. I'm sorry, guys. Just
Shut up.
I'm sorry. They just get very random, super odd. It's okay.
I'm picking super jump.
I think I am too, cause just I don't want the 10% chance. Even if the pillow, I feel like there could still be. It might not work, But yeah, let's just go to the next one. We got shape-shifting versus size manipulation. So we had an argument about this a little bit. So with the shape-shifting, we're assuming you have to shift into something that exists. You can't use the size manipulation with the shape-shifting. Like,
that's not how shape-shifting.
What do you mean?
With shape-shifting, you can turn into literally anything, no matter the size. You can change whatever size you are because you shape-shift. You can change your shape. It doesn't have to be a specific shape. Like,
well, for this argument, that's incorrect.
oh, for this argument, I'm changing how this rule actually works.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, that's stupid and dumb, You're stupid. You're an idiot poopy head.
No.
This question's dumb. I take back what I said about the two questions ago. This one's stupid. This takes the cake for it.
No, it doesn't. Shapeshifting. What my idea of shapeshifting is that you can like not shape. I don't know. It's just
that wouldn't be shapeshifting. That's like mimicry.
Okay, then let me just change it to mimicry. Okay, mimicry versus size manipulation. How about that?
Thank you. Thank you.
There you go. There you go.
I'll take size manipulation.
Okay, so for the mimicry, for everyday life, I mean, not really much of use. Like size manipulation definitely can do something. Like maybe, I don't know, something's stuck under your couch. Like, let me just change to a 2-inch goblin, and you just get under the couch.
I mean, with size manipulation, do I have to finish my sentence or like?
What? Like, what do you mean? I thought you were gonna continue.
You know what I'm talking about.
No, you can't change.
I can't change one body part.
No, it has to. It has to be your whole entire body.
Okay.
Sorry for ruining the party. My bad. You can't.
Really harping on my parade here.
You can't make a 10-inch long.
I just wanted bigger feet, bro. That's all I wanted. I just wanted a bigger spine.
Yes. What? Spine? If you change the size of your spine, you're dead. What do you mean? You're like, okay, whatever. So
what are you
talking about? I'm taking the shapeshifting. I'd like the idea of, or no. Sorry, mimicry. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna take that maybe for the superhero gimmick. I don't want to be Ant-Man, so I'm not taking that. But I think maybe shifting into like, if there's a group of villains and I take out one and then like act as him, I'll be like, yeah, let's do this, and then I just fucking kill them both. I don't know. I think that's a cooler idea than size manipulation. Let's go to the debuffs. Size mimicry, but there's a cooldown of 24 hours. So if you shift it into an object, you don't need nutrients, but if you're like an animal or like something with organs and shit, you do have to you need nutrients.
24-hour cooldown. Okay.
So if you shapeshift into like somebody else, you have to stay them for 24 hours. And
yeah, I was gonna say you're that for 24 hours.
Yeah. And the size manipulation, you gradually grow or shrink back to normal size in the span of a minute at a linear pace. So like, if you're
in a minute, holy shit!
Yeah, you only got a minute to stay that.
Well, never mind. I guess I'll take I'll take mimicry now.
And I'm guessing there's also a sort of a cooldown. Like after that minute, you probably can't instantly do it again. But yeah. So say you grow to like 30 feet in the span of a minute. Probably like 20 feet. And then you just gradually go back down in a minute.
I'm taking mimicry.
Depends on how much I can change. Can I change my size to be can I be the same size as an atom? I doubt it.
I mean, yeah, it's size manipulation. You could change whatever size. I mean, yeah, I could change to an atom, but like,
I can be a
what are you gonna do?
Structure.
You literally can't see anything. What are you gonna do?
In that minute, I can just be like, yeah, I'm changing.
Okay, think about it. If you're the size of an atom and you're gonna in the span of a minute, you're going from a literal molecule, atom,
back to a 6-foot person.
Yeah, back to a 6 foot, 200-pound male.
Hey.
That's a rapid expansion right there. You'd probably die.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I would go blind just from like seeing the atoms to quarks to I don't even. And then, yeah, I'd say like I don't want to pull an invincible, but with the that one girl that can change, they shrink down and then like go inside someone's ear and then fucking like explode their head. I could do that.
Her.
Oh, isn't it like Shrink Ray? Yeah, I think it's Shrink, maybe. Something like
Shrink
that. Or Ray. I think it's just Ray. I don't know. But yeah. And then I think I'm just gonna take Mimicry then, because I think it's just better. What if I change to an object?
Her name is literally Shrinking Ray.
Oh, Shrinking Ray. Yeah, I was close enough. If I change into like a fork, what does that entail?
What?
Am I just?
You're a fork. Like what? You're just a fork,
I'm just
bro.
a fork for a whole day.
Yeah, if you change into a fork, someone's gonna be like, "Oh, we gotta put him in the dishwasher," and you drown. You're gonna drown.
Nuh-uh, because I don't have any organs or anything to die to, so I'm just an object. I don't have eyes either. So wait, how does that work?
Yeah, how does that work? If you're an object,
Maybe
like,
we can go back to the time stop thing and our soul is like above it. Our soul is there somewhere. I don't know.
turn into I'll make a pickle out of myself.
Wait. This is the funniest shit I've ever seen. Okay. I think we're done with
Wait! This is the funniest piece of media I've ever heard of. Like, what are you talking about?
That's what people do with the fucking pickle Rick. That's the funniest shit I've ever seen. Alright. Electricity.
It's a pickle!
Electricity versus ice.
Electricity. I don't care what anyone says.
Why do you say that?
I can charge my phone with a click of my
Oh
finger.
my
I could
god,
touch my phone
you're
and
so brain
I
rotted.
could charge anything. I could bring my PC anywhere and just be my own power source.
You're so brain rotted, you go straight to your phone's battery. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
This guy.
I'm out in the wilderness. I've just crash landed my plane.
What?
I have I have a flashlight. Oh no batteries. No problem. Stick your finger in the port. You are the battery.
Hello?
What are you gonna do with ice? You gonna make some ice cubes for your drink?
Hey, why not? Why not?
You gonna chill your drink a little bit?
I think ice
Have
is...
a little ice. Are you frozen? Are we
Yeah,
frozen?
I
now?
want to be frozen.
Okay, wait, frozen.
I just want a glass of water. I just need a drink.
Okay, I might pick ice now because of
Okay.
Frozen.
Just
Frozen
'cause
is
of
low key a lit superhero.
He's
Bro,
the
he
best.
makes it. He's like surfs on ice, bro. Hello?
He mastered it
fire.
he mastered it so well. He just fucking slides on ice.
He was born with talent.
Yeah. And I think ice is just better in a superhero like aspect because you can just like freeze your enemy. Like
Okay,
with
but
electricity,
I don't think it's instant. I think
Well,
it's
I
like
know, but-
gradual.
it's still like better in my opinion. Like electricity.
Well, with electricity,
you'll
I
zap
could be
them and
Palpatine. I could be like Palpatine. I could be like unlimited power and just like absolutely shock someone to death.
I guess I'm taking ice for without the debuffs. With the debuffs, I think they're both.
I'll take electricity without debuff.
I think these debuffs are pretty similar, so it's like electricity, but if you use too much, it'll overcharge and start shocking you back. And then with the ice, it's also, but if you use too much, it'll start freezing your hands off.
Actually, that says freezing you hands off.
Alright, I made a typo. I was rushing to finish this so we can make this amazing podcast. I'm sorry that there's a typo. There's not an R there.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for don't apologize to me. Apologize to them.
Alright,
God.
RandomOddity people, I'm sorry. Random people, odd people, I'm sorry to all of you for the missing R for you hands off. I'm sorry.
Thank you. They deserve that. Anyways, so I'd rather take electricity because ice, I'd get frostbite, and then I'd have to like actually lose my limbs.
Yeah.
With getting shocked, I feel like it's just like Ow! Like I could be like Electro Boom, dude. Like he shocks himself so much.
I just realized that with the electricity debuff, you just turn into the Doctor from Dead by Daylight. He zaps himself so much, he's like insane. His brain is like fried.
Okay, that's not. I'm not even gonna get.
Is that not the lore? I thought that was the lore.
No, it's not.
Why is he so insane then? Why is he like fucking? I don't know.
Because he's
just a mad doctor.
No, he's a psych ward doctor who would use shock therapy on all of his patients, but he would just overdo it and basically kill all of his patients. But when he got like fired from the place, but he broke in, stole an electrocution thing, shocked himself, and then mid shock he got like teleported to the like ethereal realm or whatever takes place. It's really boring. It's really
that's pretty boring.
His lore's so bad. Yeah, I mean,
I literally thought
2016.
I literally thought it was like he's able to use like the electric stuff, but every time he does, it's like it shocks him back. That's why his like brain's fried. I thought that was like the whole thing.
No,
I guess
it's
not.
just.
And then
like,
the ice, obviously. I mean, it depends on just how much you use it, or like how much use it takes until your hands genuinely like get frostbite.
I mean, dude.
It could be like
the doctor's name is. Remember what the doctor's name is?
The doctor. I don't fucking know.
His name's Herman.
Herman. What a good name. Love that name for him.
It's definitely a name.
But look, what if the ice debuff is just like if you are holding a handful of ice, like that's the gradual start. Well, no, because then you wouldn't even get frostbite from that. I don't think. It just melts in your hands. Like sticking your hands maybe in a frozen lake or something. How long does that take to freeze your hand up? Maybe like 2 minutes.
I mean, maybe.
And the electricity is like not that bad, but you probably would get your brain fried if you used it too much. It depends on how much is too much again, but like still.
Oh, I just reread Doctor's lore. Not to get sidetracked, but his lore basically he worked for a prison as like a psych ward doctor. He doesn't even have a doctorate. He's just some random guy.
Of course.
And he would run experiments on the patients. And when the police were getting involved, finding out about him running experiments, he like basically killed everyone in the place.
Oh.
Even the warden. But then when they went to try and find him, he was already gone. It's when he like got teleported, and I guess like the entity or whatever in that place like used it as like punishment for him, I guess. I don't know.
I think isn't that what the entity does? They like get killers at their weakest, and then they're like, work for me so you don't have to go back to like where you left off. I think that's just basically how because the entity feeds off of the killers killing people.
Yeah, you're actually right about something for once.
Thank you. I do not do any research. I just made that up right now. Anyway, I'm picking electricity. You still want to be frozen? Oh no, okay.
I literally said electricity before debuffs, and I'm still saying electricity after.
No,
debuffs,
but then you were like, maybe I could be frozen. But no.
Actually, I said frozen at the start, and then before the debuff showed up, I was like, I'm picking electricity, no debuff.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. No more frozen. I think this is the last one. So, super learning versus erase minds. Super learning meaning like you just learn a lot quicker and learn everything. It's like maybe let's say double as much as you would normally learn. And then erase minds probably has a like single use, not single use, but like you can't erase everyone's minds at once. It's like, There's some boundaries to it. Just everyday life learning is just so much better if it's double. Just like you can.
I'm probably gonna keep super learning. I don't know. I feel like there's not really a debuff that could mess with it.
Super learning is not the best for superhero type thing. Like, what would you use for superheroes? Like, I'm gonna learn everything about this villain and like really quick. Like what?
Well, super learning, you could learn how to like the martial arts. You know, you could learn everything. You could literally be like a superhuman.
I didn't even
You'd
really
know
think
your
about
way
that.
out
I
of
don't know.
anything.
I don't know why I didn't think about that. Just learn every
mean-
type of fighting.
Like just be a like super soldier. Like
Yeah.
that's all you gotta do.
Erase minds. Well, I mean, I could use that. How would I use that in like everyday life? Maybe.
I could think of some ways.
What ways?
Just simple erasing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a freak, bro. Shut up.
Simple. Or you're the one not going into detail.
I don't have to.
All right, bro. Let's see the
your mind.
debuff.
Your horrible mind is what's taking your mind there.
Okay. Super learning, but you forget things just as fast. That's that. So like, I'm guessing that means if you kind of have something in the back of your mind, you haven't thought about it in a while, like haven't done it in a while, it's gonna be forgotten like just as fast as you learn something. And then erase minds, but a part of your mind gets erased each use, which is kind of like the same debuff if you think about it.
No.
They kind of have like this.
Super learning, but you forget things just as fast. I feel like what it's saying is like you're just forgetting the things that you've learned. So like if you think about it, if you're like, "Oh, I forgot how to do this. Let me just relearn it."
Yeah, but you're kind of
just
just in this
realize it.
cycle of always forgetting and learning and forgetting and learning. You're basically just
That's how life.
the human
okay, that's how
brain
life
just
is. That's just life.
yeah. You're doing life, but double as hard.
It's not double as hard. It's actually double as easy because you're learning things twice as fast. It's kind of just normal. It's actually just limbo at that point because it's just twice as fast, but it's just the same because it's twice forgetting. So it's just normal. The erasing minds one, you're actually just your mind is getting wiped each time, but you can't replenish it.
Yeah.
This one you can actually like replenish your mind after doing this.
The debuff on the right's definitely worse. The erase minds, but I mean
Yeah.
that would be a sick ass like movie or book idea. There's somebody, a superhero, can erase minds, but then they don't realize that their debuff that like their mind gets erased and they're like, wait, what is this thing again? And they're like, oh shit. But I mean, erase minds would be best in a superhero situation just because fucking erase the mind of a villain and or like, where am I?
I guess. I don't know. I feel like you stretched that one maybe a little.
Stretch what?
I don't know.
Do tell.
I said I don't know.
Do tell, man.
Do tell. Do tell.
I don't know which one I want. Let's see, fucking, I'm taking erase minds just because I wanna be the autobiography to that book or movie I just referenced. Are you taking super learning?
Oh yeah, easily.
Easily.
It's just like the better of two evils.
Alright, so that was the 10 different versus questions. But now, we do have one last thing we want to do, where we have a bracket, and we are going to basically pick which power we think is the best out of these. And so it starts here with size manipulation and electricity. Ooh, wait. Okay, so are we gonna assume that these have the debuffs that we talked about before, or they're just the base powers?
I would say base powers.
Base.
For this bracket, I'd say base powers.
Okay, base power with like the maximum capacity as it
Oh,
could
yeah.
be. Yeah. So, we gotta come to an agreement. So,
Oh, we have to come to an agreement? That's going to be hard.
yeah, it's probably gonna be hard. From this, I think size manipulation I'd rather take. If it's at its peak, I think size manipulation would be
Everything's
better.
grainy. What's the second one for that?
Um,
Oh, okay. Alright. That was not necessary.
so, which size manipulation and electricity is the
Electricity.
really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is a little harder than I thought.
Well, size manipulation, like, what do you... Okay, you can change your size. With electricity, I mean... It's electricity.
All right, I guess I'm on
It's a
you with that.
no-brainer.
I'm on you with that. I guess electricity is cool just to generate. Super jump and erase mines. What a lineup.
Erase mines. In my opinion, erase mines.
Yeah. Super jump is okay, but you know there's also flying, so that already beats it. So I'm gonna do erase mines. Shapeshifting and ice. Now, I guess this will be the shapeshifting you want, where you can shapeshift into anything with
Thank you.
like, you know, obviously you can't turn into the biggest. Let's say shapeshifting, you have to stay the same mass as you originally are. Or like you can't go above the mass, maybe. Cuz that makes more sense. I don't know.
Why? You're debuffing it for no reason. This is
No,
highest capacity, bro.
How would it
Shapeshifting
make sense to just if you change your size? Okay, well, okay, that already kind of ruins my point because size manipulation is a power. Okay, it's at max. Fine, it's at max. So
Like, obviously, I'm not just gonna always shapeshift into some like 500 million mile long like thing. Like, what would
Oh,
what would that
yeah.
even be? Just like a cube? I'd just be a cube.
I guess. Are we still picking shapeshifting at its max?
Yeah, I am. I mean, I guess.
Ice is kind of. Ice is cool, but it's against the all-star players, so let's do that. Ignore walls and super learning. Now, I'd say super learning's better. I mean,
Would you rather walk through walls or become Einstein in 2 seconds?
okay, 2 seconds is a stretch.
I mean, pretty much.
Yeah, let's do super learning.
You didn't even click anything.
Oh wait, why did I accidentally click? All right. So now we got super strength versus electricity. Super strength, I think I'd rather take. If are we assuming that like, are we choosing these based off everyday life or superhero or both?
I mean, I guess it's just kind of... I don't think we'd have to think of it as like a superhero setting, but like...
I think I'd rather have.
I mean, we
super
don't...
strength.
we don't have to think about it being like a superpower. It could just be like... Like, you don't have to be a superhero with it. Like, you just have the power.
You just have it, yeah. Do you agree, super strength?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, do that. Telepathy and invincibility. Okay, so I think we
Okay,
know this matchup's a little iffy.
Yeah, I don't
Let's
even
do
have
that.
to think about that one.
Ooh, okay. Teleportation and erase mines.
I'm going with teleportation. I don't know about you.
Erase mines is it's okay, but yeah, I think I'd like teleportation a lot more. We'll go with that. Time stop versus structure generation. Time stop. I mean, at its peak, time stop is great.
I mean,
I mean,
I mean, come on, come on.
Come on now. We know. Super speed versus shape shifting.
No, super speed easily.
I agree.
These ones are just getting easy.
Yeah. I think this one's easy too. Oh wait, well,
Actually,
at its peak, might be harder. Because I was thinking quick heal. I mean, it gets outplayed by invincibility already, but it's still there. It's still good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with telekinesis because it's gonna get played up with invincibility eventually. So
Yeah,
that'd be kind of redundant.
definitely. Flight and super learning.
I'm still going with super learning. I'm still going strong with super learning.
Yeah, flight's just the basic thing. Super learning can be cool. You could probably learn how to fly. Like, I don't even know.
Learn how to levitate, yes.
Learn how to be invincible. Yeah. Invisibility and meal generation. I think I'm going invisibility here. I don't know why, but I just don't think meal generation's like...
There's something that is calling me to it.
Super strength and invincibility. Whoa, okay, now we're getting...
Invincibility, because...
I mean, your punches are gonna be the normal punches, obviously, but you can't be killed. So it's like
I could eventually tire the person out and beat them up.
You could eventually be a missile. You could be launched out of a fucking like cannon, and like just I don't know. That's how I would use it, obviously.
Pretty much.
Shut up, Leo. So, are we going invincibility? I think I would rather.
Yeah, I'm going invincibility.
Because it's just a top tier thing. Teleportation and time stop. Okay, whoa. This is the hardest one so far.
Oh, no.
I love my teleportation.
Yeah, and I love my time stop.
Ooh, we're at a standstill. We should flip a coin.
Flip a coin? That is not how these things work.
Hey, we're at a standstill. We have to do something.
No, we're supposed to debate. Standstill. We just said one thing. We're supposed to debate.
We've been debating this like the whole time. You said your favorite's time stop. My favorite's teleportation. How are we gonna switch?
Time. Okay, think about life, bro.
I'm thinking about life.
I can teleport. I can teleport. If you time stop, it's essentially the same thing. You could time stop and get to where you're going, and then no time has passed.
Oh, fine. I agree.
Like,
I guess.
And I'm assuming.
But it still takes time to
stop,
get there. Like
your time. But you could literally like. But I'm also thinking that like you won't get tired or anything.
I guess. Super speed versus telekinesis.
I'm leaning towards super speed.
Yeah, me too. Telekinesis is cool, but super speed's cooler. Go with that. Then we got super learning and invisibility. Oh. Well, I think I want to go with invisibility.
I want to go with super learning again, bro. Super learning, like I can learn how to be invisible.
But we're saying the cap is like double. Is it like you actually have to exercise your mind like to get the max capacity out of it?
I actually have to learn. Oh my god.
I know, but like I'm saying the max is like double of like a normal person, which it's still not that much. Kind of is, but it's not that much. Like okay. I don't know. We should flip a coin. I still like invisibility, man. I don't know.
Okay. With Okay, with invisibility. Okay. God, how do I convince you? I'm trying to think. Like, I guess okay, invisibility, like, it's cool, I guess.
It is.
But super learning, like, that's just. This is better.
I will say super learning is the lesser known, like, more, let's say indie superpower, you know?
Indie superpower.
Invisibility is like the rave, like, oh, invisibility is so cool. But like, I want invisibility. It's just a cool power, man. Like, I'm sorry.
Invisibility.
Super learning is just mid. If I really want to learn
go
something.
with invisibility, I said.
Oh, okay. I still want to talk. I still want to say, super learning's mid. I can just learn. I can just really put my time and effort into learning something if I want to.
Okay, but
it's a little quicker. It might be a little quicker, but you know.
A little quicker. It'd be 2 times as fast. You'd learn it 2 times quicker.
That's only a little bit quick. All right,
I'm actually gonna touch you.
No,
I'm actually gonna touch you.
Invincibility and time stuff.
If you disappear after this episode, you know what happened. Audience, you know what happened to him.
The next episode's just gonna be you and nobody.
Hey guys,
it's just you.
It's JoJo and Aiden's not here at that.
You mean AJ?
I've already said your name this episode.
Yeah, but you mean AJ because that's my name. Anyway, invincibility and time stop.
Huh.
I'm already invincible with time stop. That's what you're gonna say. That's what you're gonna say.
Yeah. Nothing can hurt you when time stopped.
Okay, well, imagine you're in a fight, and the person is pretty quick, and
okay.
And it takes time. You have to actually like think about, or you can't just time stop right before the punch and be like, huh, that was close. I mean, obviously if you see it coming, but like, if you don't see it coming, you can't time stop in time, and you're just gonna.
Oh no, he
hit.
punched me. Now I've time stopped. Now I can beat the shit out of him.
All right, well, what if he hits you in one punch? One punch, man. He just knocks you out. Yeah. Now you're silent.
I can time. Okay, listen, buddy.
If your conscious is gone, you can't time stop.
You're still trying to debuff these things just to prove me wrong. You're like,
debuff?
okay. So what if time stop? There's obviously some time that you have to think about it. Time stop is like, okay, stop. Like, that's all it is.
Yeah, someone's gonna come behind you and just and like someone's power.
Okay, if someone grabs me from behind, I'm gonna stop. If I get stabbed from behind, I'm gonna stop. If I get stabbed from behind, I can just think of stop and it stops.
What if you get sniped in the head? You can't time stop that.
For the ever-loving fuck.
What? You can't time stop a bullet.
Why am I getting sniped in the back of the head? Why am I getting sniped in the back of the head?
Because you are. Okay. If you're invincible, you
in this very specific scenario, this is bad. In this very specific scenario,
if
okay,
you're invincible.
You're invincible. You can't die ever. The world explodes around you. You can never die. You're going to float in space for all of eternity. The sun's gonna explode before you, and there's nothingness. You're alive forever.
I'll just go to the neighboring galaxy. I'll look at the aliens over there.
My God. Oh my God. I can't with you. There's no winning.
If there's time stop, you're gonna be alive forever if you want to. You can just
if I want to. Keyword want. Keyword is want.
If the sun's about to explode, you have no choice than to just time stop forever, and then just.
No, that's no. I could be like, all right, I'm ready to die now.
Whatever, bro. You're so weird. Invincibility's better, but whatever.
What are you talking about?
This is actually this matchup is actually fair. This seems like a fair matchup. Super speed and invisibility.
What does that even mean? It's super speed, easily.
What? Why do you hate invisibility? What is your beef on invisibility?
What can you do with invisibility?
I'm invisible now. I'm invisible now.
Dude, invisibility's amazing for like
it's not.
every day and fights, bruh.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Well, if we're saying
you-
I'm a villain, I'm just gonna go invisible. Go
I'm not
past all
saying
the
you're a villain at
sensors.
all. I'm talking about like you just have this power. Why are you bringing superhero shit into this, bro? You don't have to be a superhero.
If we're saying you just have the power, that means it's just an everyday life thing. So it's
Yes,
just yeah.
everyday life thing. I've only been talking about everyday life scenarios.
Well, I've been talking about both. Whatever. So, if we're invisibility.
Justify invisibility. I'm waiting. Justify invisibility. I'm waiting.
Okay, so for everyday life, invisibility, I don't have to deal with anyone. I can just alright, whatever. You can do the same thing with super speed. Look,
Go ahead. No, fight it. Fight for it. You want
Invisibility.
invisibility? Fight for it.
it's just cool. It's just cool.
Okay, invisibility. Okay, you're invisible. You can avoid people. Guess what you can do with super speed?
Hey,
You can avoid people
can you go
and
invisible?
run to the Bahamas.
Can you go invisible
You
with
can-
super speed? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Pretty much. People can't see me when I'm super speed. You
They'll
literally
s-
can't see me.
They'll see the little Russian.
Oh no,
wind.
they'll see a single blur of me. They'll see a blur. Oh no.
Yeah,
I've
they'll
been
see a
censored.
blur. If I'm invisible,
I've
they
been
can't see me
censored.
at all. All right, that's what the difference between.
What
that is.
about heat signatures? They can still see your heat signature.
They can still see your heat signature, just a little
Okay,
fast.
I know that. I'm not invisible.
What? All right. Well, then what about when you know
Yeah. Thank you.
whatever? You're so weird.
500
It's down to the
cigarettes.
final two. I
is
wonder
the
what
final
you're
two.
gonna choose.
I wonder.
I'm stopping super speed. Huh. I wonder. Maybe you can go so fast with super speed that time stops. You see that?
You know,
Now
that's
you have to-
actually okay. That's actually a good point because super speed. That's actually like a thing in most fiction. If you run backwards, the other way of the way that the Earth is revolving, if you run so fast, you can reverse time.
Yeah. With time stop, you can't reverse it. You just stop it. So
I'm still gonna pick time stop.
okay. I have no say in this, so it's time stop. I mean,
Yeah, you have a say. You have a say. Fight for it, bro. I'm letting you fight for this. I will
there's
hear
nothing
you
to
out.
fight for. There's nothing to fight for. I did not want super speed in the final two. I wanted invisibility. But
I wanted invisibility.
You're
I
s-
wanted invisibility.
you win, bro. You win. It's
Your
time
dad's
stop.
gonna listen to this and he's gonna be on my side. I'm
Nah,
just saying.
sure.
He's gonna be on my side. Josh, if you're listening, you're on my side, buddy.
You don't know that. Every other viewer is
I
gonna
know
be
that.
like invisibility's better. Like literally
Yeah,
every
sure.
other viewer.
Sure. Yeah. Whatever you say, buddy.
Well, that my friends is the end of the superpower, the debatable
About to be an end of a
superpowers.
That'll be the end of a friendship here in a minute.
No, it is not. We are still. We're still gonna have episodes every week because we are the bestest of friends and nothing's gonna change. All I'm saying is that invisibility is better than time stop, but it's fine. It's okay. So, all my random people out there, all my odd people out there, thanks for listening. If you're listening on Spotify, thank you, or YouTube. It's great. Tune in next week, same time, Tuesday. You got anything to say? JT?
I'm gonna kill you. Sorry. Invisibility is probably the stupidest thing that I've ever heard of.
And I'll cut you off there because that's just wrong. And we'll see you guys
Look
next
at
time.
look at the board. Look at the bracket.
There's
look at the
nothing
bracket,
wrong.
bud.
No, there's no bracket. There's no
Look at the
bracket.
bracket. I'm literally staring at it. You're
Alright.
staring at it. The audience is staring at it.
Let's
The YouTube audience is staring at it.
Wait. Let's try something here. We'll see you guys next time. Stay random. Stay odd.
Stay odd. I'm supposed to say it. That was the rule.
Stay random.
Stay odd.
And we'll see you next time.